Good morning and welcome back to the Core Connection. I'm Mira Rubin here with you on Enlightened World Network. It's a new week, and today's topic is the power of one. And I'm going to ask you to settle in with me for a few minutes before we get started by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Feel the oxygen coursing through your body. Just imagine that energy flowing into all of your cells. And as you exhale, just relax any tension in your shoulders, in your neck, in your back, in your jaw. And let's take another deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And when you release that breath, just allow yourself to relax and be present right here, right now, for a start to a wonderful day. And then let's gently place our palms together. Softly rub your fingers against your palms. Feel the tingling in your fingers. Feel the tingling in your palms. Feel the deliciousness of this body that allows you to experience all of life. And welcome. So, today I want to talk about the power of one. Uh, there is so much happening in the world, and it is perhaps easy to fall into the throes of deep emotion. Good morning, Dido. Welcome. Happy new week to you. We're talking about the power of one. So, uh, the power of one, what I was saying is that it's easy to fall into the throes of deep emotion. And uh, at these times when there is so much input, so much emotion, so much passion, and so much opportunity for change and for positive expression, I want to invite you to be really cognizant of you, who you are, what your impact is, and to recognize yourself as an individual that is part of a larger picture and a larger family. So where this is coming from is that I know there is an ease of succumbing to the energy of a group. And there is tremendous power in the momentum generated by a group. I want to say hello to Sally De La Rosa. Good morning. Thank you for being here. And Erica Hop, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. We're talking about the power of one. And really, what we're talking about is maintaining our sovereignty and our integrity and alignment as individuals. So, in the power of a group, there's great momentum, and it can happen that people become so impassioned within a group that they lose their own sense of center and sense of self. And in these moments where we have such powerful expressions of passion and conviction and showing up in the world, it's really important to stay clear to yourself in the context of these groups. So I think that it's when people succumb to. Okay, so let me just stop that. I'm going to talk about the transition from protest to riots and looting, and the power of the group to motivate people to do things that they might not otherwise do. And so I invite all of us to be mindful as we participate in protest, as we participate in even threads on social media, as we participate in support of a new paradigm, hopefully, that we're issuing into the world. And I'm hoping that there are so many wonderful petitions that we can sign. There are so many wonderful actions that we can engage in. There are so many wonderful conversations that we can initiate and participate in. And I'm inviting you to be vigilant, to be diligent in, if you're signing petitions, read them thoroughly. If you're forwarding information, read it thoroughly, watch it thoroughly, look at the intended outcome, look at the resultant outcome from sharing these things, and with an eye to being in alignment with your values as you forward these things. And I'll give you an example. Pedro says, "Love your Moldavite." Thank you, Pedro. Me too. Um, so an example was brought to mind to me when I spoke with one of my friends who had seen another friend forwarding a post that said, if you're not, oh, I don't even remember the details, but what I do remember is that it was very divisive. And so what we want to do is be mindful. Let's not just sign petitions without reading them. Let's not forward emails without or posts without looking at whether they create unity and forward the action, and maybe even or forward the action, and whether they create greater hatred, whether they are promoting solutions or they're perpetuating problems. We are called as individuals, this is the power of one, we are called as individuals to be more conscious and more aligned as we move into creating the future that we desire. So, one of the things that I notice, I've been looking for years and years and years about what creates a cult and what creates the crowd mind or transition from what looks like reasoned thought or balanced presence into imbalance. And in looking at cults as an example, what the mechanics are is that it starts out in terms of relationship by creating agreement. So we meet somebody, we have a conversation, we feel aligned, we see that our values are common, that we agree with each other. And then at some point, as we develop this sense of trust and agreement, then a proposal is put forth, such as, well, if you believe in what we're doing, you'll do such and such. And what we see is a correlation that is not necessarily a legitimate correlation that is made. And because there's trust, or because there's a certain degree of social pressure, we might, even though this is maybe a pushing of our boundaries, we might reconsider our boundaries to say, oh, okay, well, if I do believe what you believe and you believe what I believe and you're doing this, then maybe it's appropriate, maybe I should be doing that as well. And in these moments, I encourage you to be truly awake to your alignment, to your sovereignty. So it's a fine line to participate in dynamic groups and maintain your sovereignty. So I've participated in groups where there has been a tremendous amount of energy about creating positive change, and then the standard of the group is, well, how much are you doing, and here's an example of the change that you can create, and here's what we all want to jump in, and we all want to do that, and let's all do that now. And there's good intentions and really positive energy toward it. And it may be that those things that you're being called forth to do are not in alignment with yourself. And what I am talking about today is the call to always be anchored in your center, always be anchored in your integrity. And that doesn't mean keeping other ideas closed out, but it does mean checking in to see what is in alignment with yourself. And examples, like there are so many extreme examples of where this can go awry. I mean, you can look at the fight between Hutus and Tutsis. You can look at what happened with Nazi Germany, how really well meaning, intelligent people got sucked into a group think about how about what was okay and what wasn't okay. And we really need to be, I know what the article was, or that was being shared, that I was talking about earlier. It had something to do with, if you're not for the riots and the looting, you're against us, something to that effect. And that is a false equivalency. And we really need to be alert to these things. We really need to be alert to maintaining our independence of thought in evaluating the circumstances that we're confronting in the world. And the power of one is, as individuals, we all can make a difference. And we all do make a difference. And so signing petitions, getting out and protesting, finding ways to contribute, finding ways to support your people in and I don't mean your people in a divisive way. I mean the people that you're working with, or the people that you're engaged with in your life, to support the causes we believe in. One voice makes a difference. So we each have the power to make an impact, and it's beholden on us to be doing so consciously and compassionately, and from a place of wholeness and centeredness. And over the weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a workshop on action steps that we can take in the face of the protests and creating positive change. And there are a number of sites that you can go to find petitions to sign. There are, for instance, change.org is one of those sites. I have a list here of some other places, and let me just pull some of that up to share with you. Let's see. You can look at uh, purewow.com/news/petitions black lives matter. And I will try to make sure that these links get posted. So once again, that's https://www.purewow.com/news/petitions black lives matter. Colorofchange.org is another organization that gives opportunities for volunteering. There's an organization called grassrootslaw.org. There's the NAACP, another organization called the Innocence Project. Their website is https://www.innocenceproject.org, where you could make donations if you chose to. And you can be in touch with your mayors and your political representatives, and there are sites where you can find how to reach out to your mayor to request that the police force be held accountable, that police wear their body cams, that their policies be publicized so that people are aware of what their policies. You can request that they engage in dialogue. So one person, you, me, each of us, can make a difference to shape a future that we all want to live into, an equitable future where people are all treated humanely and equally, and we get to do this together. This is one of the most remarkable periods in all of human history, where through COVID we've recognized our connection as a deep human family, as a global human family, and now this long-standing issue of civil rights, of police brutality, of racial conflict, we have an opportunity now to heal this in a way that we never have before, to heal the inequities, to connect compassionately and on a new level. And we all are part of that change. So with hopefulness, I mean, it's remarkable to see that this has become a global expression, a global movement. I live in Philadelphia, and over the weekend, thousands and thousands and thousands of people were protesting peacefully. We can bring about change peacefully, and it's beholden on all of us to do our part with the power of one to bring forth the change and be the change that we want to see in the world. So that's it for today. It's Monday. Who knows what magic this week will bring? We are on the precipice of profound, and I believe ultimately positive change. So please check out the other programming here on Enlightened World Network, and join me again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern here for the Core Connection with love and deep compassion. I hope to see you again tomorrow.